Yeah, no, I just love these guys. And I put this picture in here because I want to give a shout out to Jared. Going to Atlanta with him this year, he was hanging out with me, and he told me something, and it was just the coolest thing anyone's ever told me. He goes, this girl came up to me, and she's like, oh, I overheard you talking, and she started talking to me, and we started talking, I started talking to her friends, and then, I don't know, it was funny, and I just, Jared didn't really say anything, and then Jared's like, gosh, I just like being around you, because no matter where you go, you always have something, you're doing something cool, and people are always coming to you, it's cool, and I just that's the coolest thing anyone's ever said to me. So that was really cool. It was a humbling moment, which I don't have many of. So, yeah, V-neck tan lines, Enrique and Ruben, Atlanta again. I got some more pictures. I didn't know how to present DECA, so I figured I'd just tell stories. There's no way to present DECA. You present in DECA, but you can't present DECA. This was WRLC. I had to be in a hotel room with some weird Evergreen kids. There was no guys from Heritage that went on this trip, so I was in this room, and this guy named, was it Sage? Yeah. God, it was so weird. He did this thing where he'd go up, no matter where we were at, because I went on a couple of trips with this kid, and he would come up to our rooms, and he'd ask us for our Bibles. And he would take the Bibles out of the hotel room, and he would just collect all the Bibles and take them. Just such a weird guy. And Miss Press got in a conversation with him. We went to the Rainforest Cafe, and for dinner, he had gum and water. And Miss Prez is like, do you eat anything? He goes, do I eat anything? No. And Miss Prez and he kept doing that. Miss Prez would ask him a question, he'd repeat the question, then he'd answer it. It was so weird. That's Florida again, Rachel Albick, Maddie, Sunny with Popeye. This was funny. So I actually had to sleep in bed with this kid freshman year. This was funny though because we had a Guy Cosmo book. Because, I don't know, someone brought it, and it had just we did a bunch of compatibility tests with the girls that we went on the trip with, and we were telling the girls about it, and they're like, let us see it, and we're like, no, and they stole it from us. So we said, I heart Rachel Alvick, who was the president of DECA at the time, and we said, give us the book, or this girl's on Facebook. That didn't work at all. She was like, go ahead, put it on Facebook, I don't care. Yeah, and this is Dale Watson. What is he, Enrique?
He's Googleable.
He's Googleable. He's been in Tyler Perry movies. He was our waiter. He's really cool. He follows me on Instagram now. He's cool. This is Trevor. He sent me the Snapchat on the bus ride up to, where was that state? Yeah. Trevor's awesome. Trevor reminds me a lot of myself. That's why I wanted to put him in here. He's just a really young kid who he's a lot of confidence, and he's good at what he does, and he dresses nice. And he's funny, and I really like that guy. I really do. But yeah, no, he's a really cool kid. I like being around him, and I'm excited to see. I feel like we're leaving our chapter in good hands, with Dima and Jared and Trevor and just those young. I don't know. I just see a lot of potential in that group. Julia too. She's new to DECA. She's gonna be VP, and that's awesome. So I'm excited to see where DECA goes. And these are my two partners. I'm gonna talk about Ruben real quick. Ruben was my partner this year. We did awesome. We were kind of like the perfect combo. Ruben was really smart, and he could type papers really well, and I'm really good at BSing and presenting. So he wrote a good paper. I kind of made a really good presentation. It just went really. We didn't do what we wanted to at internationals. We're rushed. Things happened, but that was a cool project. It was our personalities matched up well. We butted heads, but this is definitely, no offense, Ruben. This has been my partner in crime for DECA. I would like to look at us as a Chris Paul, Blake Griffin kind of combo. Because I mean, those of you that are basketball fans, Chris Paul, he does all the assisting and stuff, all the stuff that no one else really wants to do, and then I come in, the highlight reel, throw down a vicious dunk, make the judges kind of fall back in their seats, and then Victor's really soft-spoken. He always does this thing at the end of his presentations. There's always a heart involved, no matter what the presentation's on, and he'll bring it in and just make the judges just feel really just attached to this. They have to do it because it's for the love of the universe or something. I don't know. It's just really funny, and I don't know. I put these two pictures up here because this was state and I had my eyes closed and Victor was doing something, but it was a funny picture. This was getting onto the airplane. It was weird getting onto the airplanes in Atlanta. You'd go outside and you walked up and you could see the whole plane and you could I don't know. It was cool. Yeah, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin. That's me and Vic for sure. And then there's this lady. This ride was so crazy. So it was just a really slow, just kind of like mellow ride. It was like Jurassic Park. There was like, we're looking at dinosaurs and stuff. It was just kind of slow. There's a couple of dips and turns. And then right at the end, there's just this big T-Rex mouth. And it just like opens up, and you can't see anything. It's pitch black. And then all of a sudden you just go down, and it just like shoots you down and drops you. And it's so scary. It caught me off guard. As you can see, like, yeah, I don't know what Grant is. But if you can see this kid right here, is petrified. Oh, man. But Miss Prez is just one of those people that, man, she just irritates you. She just makes you so mad. But then you look back on it, and then you get mad at yourself for being mad at her because you were getting irritated because she was trying to help you. That's all she does. She never does anything that she's not trying to benefit you in a way. And she might tell me stuff that I don't want to hear. I might disagree with it. But at the end of the day, she's just one of those people that really is just 99.9% of the time saying what's right and what you need to do. And she's just been a huge influence. If it wasn't for Decca and her, I would not be going the path I'm going right now. Probably wouldn't be going to college, wouldn't have any idea with business. I would be a lost puppy without her. So I'm really glad, I'm really blessed to have met her, and she's in my life, and I just appreciate her. And this is the quote that I think represents Ms. Prez. I said, "The best help we can offer the youth of today is to prepare them for tomorrow." And a lot of people, a lot of teachers, I feel like they just come to their classroom and they teach. They teach their curriculum. We learn it. There's no lessons in there. And there's very few teachers that I've encountered in high school that they're teaching me things that I'm going to use every day outside of this school. And those of you that didn't get the opportunity to have her as a teacher, I'm sorry. Those of you that did, I know you'll agree with me 100%. But it's little things too, like how to eat at a fancy restaurant. Like just little things like that, and then there's big things like how to humble yourself and how to, I don't know. There's just, if I went on the lessons that I've learned from Miss Prez, I'd be talking for a while. And then there's friends. Friends have really been my family this last year. I've just had a lot of friends that I could count on. Here's this trip again. I want to talk about this. Just one more story about this trip. Jay comes up to me. I think it was like the first day we got there. We just got done barbecuing and stuff. And Jay goes, "You want a Muay Thai box, John?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll box you with the X." I thought it was boxing, so I'm boxing, okay, with my hands. So Jay throws a couple punches, he misses, I throw one. Friend, by the way, I'm sorry I'm telling this story, probably not school appropriate, but Jay out of nowhere, I just see him like crouch back and he like jumps up and kicked me in my head. And I'm like, I fall down, I'm like, what the heck? He's like, "It's Muay Thai boxing." I'm like, "I don't know what that is. I don't know what Muay Thai means." That was really fun. And then the football was really fun, even though I didn't get to finish it, unfortunately. That group of guys, like, even though I wasn't able to get as close as them as I wanted to, just like how bad they wanted it, and they really did want it, and they worked hard, and like a lot of things don't work out the way you want them to in life, but that was just a good group of guys, and I don't know, they're fun to work out with. They got me in shape, so that was cool. Thank you for that. Victor I was always trying to just keep up with Victor, and the only lift I ever had in him was clean, and then right at the end of the semester, he beat me. It was just so frustrating. This has been like this year's group of friends for me. Spencer, Hannah, Brian, and there's a couple others, but they've just kind of been those people that I don't know, they just seem to be the only people right now that are like, as for my friends, that really like care and like are wondering what's going on in my life. They're asking me how things are going, what's going on with this, and they're always willing to hang out with me. I mean, we're always hanging out, and I don't know, it's a distraction from the real world. Like, I can just go there and just not worry about all my stress, and we can just hang out and just be fun and be kids, and I don't know. I've never had that group before. I've never had a group of friends like that I can just consistently just go and be kids with, because I've always had, like, my parents have been really strict, but I don't know. I thank them a lot. Hannah was going to be here. She couldn't. We all know why Brian's not here. Spencer graduated, but yeah, no, they're awesome. I like them. This is actually a picture of me and Brian in 9th grade. Being thugs, going to homecoming. Those are my work friends. We had like a little work barbecue. That was fun. So I'm going to go over to some people in my friend group over high school that have made an impact on my life. We have different kinds of friends, I guess you could say, during high school. Different people impact you differently. This woman, Zoe Hall, I got kicked out of my house. And I'm sitting on the side of the curb. I have no idea where to go. And Zoe's been my best friend for a long time. And I'm just like, all right, who do I call? Ghostbusters isn't going to help me. So I couldn't get a hold of Carver. I was just going to go stay the night at his house. And I was like, hey, Zoe, like, I don't really have anywhere to go. You just want to, like, come talk to me, pick me up, hang out. And then she came and picked me up, and then we went out to this little water place. We're with our friend Bree. And we, like, got on this log and, like, stood out over the water and stuff and just talked, and it was cool. I cried a little bit, whatever, and then her parents actually let me stay at their house for a couple of days until I could work out where I was going to go. And her family's so awesome. They're so supportive, and I don't know, Zoe's got a good, awesome group of people around there, including her brothers, and I don't know, that was just a really cool situation. And then after that, I moved out with my uncle, and Zoe and I started dating, and I don't know what I would have done junior year without her. I mean, she picked me up like 5 o'clock in the morning. She would come over, hang out, get ready at my house in Hazeldale, and then we'd go to workouts, football workouts. She's not in football. And I realized, like, I thought, okay, like, Zoe's doing this because she wants to work out. No, she was just honestly just genuinely helping me, and she just wanted to help me. And her parents and her were really excited about me doing football and stuff, so I don't know. She just made so many sacrifices that most people wouldn't even fathom doing. And then whatever happened, things happen, life happens. But she's still always going to be one of those people that have just helped me just like get through this whole high school experience. And I wouldn't have made it past last year if it wasn't for her. So I thank you for that, Zoe. And then I got my day ones. These are my day one homies. These are the ones that have been there since, well, 6th grade. That's when I kind of settled down from the whole moving thing. So these are the people that have been there just and haven't left. We all have those friends that have just always been there. And that's Zach, Carver, and Michaela. I guess I'll start with Carver. Me and Carver met in art class. We were neighbors, so we hung out a lot. And yeah, no, he's just a really cool guy. He was just that kid I could always hang out with. I'd always go stay the night at his house on weekends. We didn't really do much. We just kind of like hung out, played video games, caused trouble. Sure, that's what you do when you're young. I don't know. At least that's what I did. Yeah, no, he was cool. And then Zach and Michaela, I worked with both of them for a little bit. Zach's just that kid. He's got a really similar personality to how I am. He's really outgoing, and he can just talk to everyone. And everyone, I don't know, just like we kind of like draw people's attention, and we go to the gym together and stuff. And going to the gym with him is really fun. Where we kick butt and work, and we've had 2 jobs together. I got him a job at the Columbian, so we sold newspapers together. I trained him, and then I left that job. He stayed there. I got a job at a retirement home, and I got him a job there. And now we kick butt. His partner's there. So he's just, yeah, I don't know. We mesh really good together. We butt heads sometimes though, but and then Michaela's my best girlfriend. I'm actually living at her house right now. Her parents are really, like, it's like a little family almost. It's just really cool. I don't know. I thank her for being in my life too. So that's lesson 3. Don't take people for granted. There's going to be people in your life, and they're not always going to be there. And I think that you need to, especially right now as seniors, those people that you're close to right now, those people that you really care about and have done that stuff for you, I don't know, just don't forget about that. Don't let that just slip away, because that's what's happened to me so many times. I've just had all these people do these cool things, and they're gone. And it's like I didn't really fully appreciate them for what they did. So that takes me to my last words of senior year. And that is, look at what is important in your life. Who are those individuals in your life you couldn't imagine life without? My advice to you is let them know and appreciate them, and don't take them for granted, because it's the easiest thing to neglect those who are closest to you. Because one day, those people are not going to be there. So that's my last words to you guys. And thank you for coming.